Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Diego Morales and today I'll be showing you the two water materials I made on Unreal Engine 5. I made a simple island to just show the materials and show what I learned so far. Uh, Later I'll be learning like how to make trees and foliage and all that. So I'll add it to this island, so I can have it like all I learned on one place. So the two materials, the first one is this stationary like ocean water. It has foam that is flowing, in one direction, more or less, and has waves that flow all around, like the material, like showing, more or less movement. It's also, transparent. You can see it from the top and see like, underwater and all that over here. It also has like what's it called? When you see underwater, it like distorts the like vision of the thing, of the mesh. It looks like it's farther, but it's actually a lot closer. You can see like the outline over here. It does that. It also does like what's it called? Like I call it like coastal foam. You know that if a mesh is touching like the surface of the water or like the material, it registers and it forms foam around it to just show that the water there's stuff in the water and it reacts to the environment. You can also see like in the terrain over here, you know it adds like extra foam and extra like color and all that. You can see it here too, right? Another thing is I think that's everything. I'll show the how they made it later, but you can see more or less how the material works, right? You can move it. I'll play through it later. So second material is the like flowing river material. It looks a little bit unpolished, but I'll polish it later. I just running time. First thing is that I did is like go over here and go to modeling, and I used like this like a bot, and I kind of uh like move it around, like extrude it and all that, and move it around to like form a river, and more or less like form this river over here. Another thing I did when forming this river, you're gonna see it's pretty smart, I guess, or I don't know. It depends. I use the water feature that Unreal Engine has. So you can search for here, and there's like water body river that you can place in the map. But what it does, I didn't use it, right? I should use it for one feature that it has. So if you place it a river, you're gonna see it distorts the landscape or the environment, but it also forms a river, like on the terrain. You can see underwater, right, and it forms like the canal, that. So I used that feature, right, and I put the actual water invisible, right, because I'm trying to show my material. This is an already made material, right. So if I go to like visible over here, it actually disappears with the water, right? And I can use like the what's it called? The feature of changing the terrain to form my own like river on that. So that's what I did more or less on over here, and form with the static meshes like the boxes and form a river, and put my material in. If I do like put my material on all this, it doesn't look accurate enough. So I made it this way. It took me a lot of time, so I'll try to explain it more or less. So just looking at the material, you're gonna see it needs a little bit polish, of course, but you can see the river. Actually has foam flowing in one direction. I don't know how to like how to what's it called, change it so it follows the actual river, but I do have like the waves, right? the waves do follow over here. It does follow the actual river where it's supposed to go over here too. Let me see. You can see it more or less. It's like following one direction, and I think that's it about like what's it called? Yeah, I think that's it for the material so far. And also like this waterfall over here. The thing is, I do have like additional. What's it called? I didn't use it. Okay, I didn't use any of this. Just the static mesh. This over here. This. I didn't use anything from the what's it called? Like the cartoon water stuff. It's a asset that you can get in the store, but I didn't use any of it except for the mesh, of course. But they also have like water, and I just look at it and take samples on how they did it, and made my own over here, right, like this. And this is the river one, just flowing one direction, and yeah, okay. I think that's everything right now. This over here is just Steam that is from the content, the starter content on Unreal Engine. They have you know particle effects and all that. This over here, and I put it on the waterfall, and I put over here. I'm gonna make another material more or less and put like ripples that circulate the water to make it look better. But now I'm gonna go into the actual stuff, the the blueprint. So this is the whole blueprint. Don't get scared. This is just duplicate. Uh, Over here, this is the texture. These are like the waves, that are moving. This is the ocean water. So it's these waves over here. You can see them, right? They are actually like moving on like one direction, and over here on this one is the same as this one, but I added a little bit of thing stuff I learned and made them like a little bit bigger. The texture, right? And the texture I got it from the starter content, so I didn't use anything outside of it. Just starter content, and then just add it here. And I also made like what's it called? Like wave size. This is another thing. It's like two tutorials combined, so this to make like the waves go like bigger upwards, I guess, more or less. And this is to go like sideways, more or less. Over here, this is the color, so it's absorbing. I think it's like absorbing like the red, so it's bouncing or reflecting the blue and the green. That's how you get that, and then add it to this texture, add it to the normal, like the normal map, and then over here, this is the foam. This one over here is the foam that you see, just floating around. And this one over here is the coast foam that you see like around objects, like this one. And so I can also like tweak all this to make it, to make it and adjust it and look different. It'll take a little bit of time, so I'll just show super quick that it works, I guess. So one thing I can change is this thing from spread. Wait, just change the color. I want to change the color. So you can see the color of the water. It gets, of the foam, sorry. It gets brighter or just, a different color. Over here, I can change the color. This over here is the inner color. I put it on black because it changes a lot of things, you know, like that. And you can change it like everything else over here. But if you put it on black, it just stays the same. So, what else? The font spread. I'm not gonna tweak that much because it's a specific number. But font size, it is like if I put it tinier, it appears more particles, right over here. make it bigger. You can see the foam, like the what's it called? The texture becomes bigger. So I'm gonna go back, put it on the same thing that it was. Can't see it. Wait, I gotta apply it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got a little bit scared, but okay. What else? The coastal foam is the same as the foam over here, but with some changes, specific changes. And what I did is, I think this one over here, the the foam that you see on the coast, right? I this one I can actually raise the color, and you can see it better, right? That you see, but this one you can change this over here, and it actually spreads. If it goes to the negative, it spreads all around. So that's what I did with the ocean water. But this one, if I put it like over there, it, spreads a little bit further, like that. And you can tweak it. You get the point, I guess. Let's see. Okay, I gotta apply it, right? Okay, good. And so, what else? I got the opacity, refraction. This is for distorted vision on the water. I also have a lerp that connects the two foam stuff to the same emissive color, and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, I also have this over here that you can uh, change to change the murkiness of the water. So if I put it down, the water becomes like more transparent. If I put it up, it becomes darker. Right? Pretty cool. So going on to the second material, just put that there. This is a little bit simpler, you can say. It has the same thing as color, the same texture, but without the extra stuff. And it has the foam also, and it has all this over here to make it a little bit, what's it called? Brighter. This is the bright stuff, like reflection stuff, right? And it's pretty much the same, so you get the point, right? And I think that's it for today. Also have the color over here. So what else can I show over here? She's gonna show the map. You show simple stuff and rocks. And that's it. That's about it. Yep. So thank you for watching, and